Hello my beautiful friend and welcome back to another daily video. Before we begin, the stream yesterday where we're supposed to watch the Capcom's Monster Hunter informational thingy was cancelled due to a tsunami warning. And yeah, with my information right now, luckily nothing too serious happened. 33 people were injured. I just hope that they are superficial injuries and nothing too serious. So yeah, that is horrible, and I hope the people can go back to their regular daily life as soon as possible. And yeah, when I'm nervous, I play with my hair. But yeah, let's dive in. I have 3 topics for you today. 2 of them are short and fast, so that's going to be good. It would have been 2 topics for today, but I made a non-news video yesterday that I would like you to watch as well. So the first one is by VGC, written by Chris Scullion. Assassin's Creed Shadows lead says, future AC games could have 2 heroes if we have a good reason to do it. Please don't. Please don't. You are not capable of writing even a single character well. And they also have this year, although Assassin's Creed Shadows isn't the first Assassin's Creed game that featured dual protagonists, Assassin's Creed Syndicate let players control twins, Jacob and Evie Fry. This didn't spark the same response Shadow did. Yeah, well, because Assassin's Creed Syndicate had other issues where it was more hopeful, and yeah, those 2 were not the biggest problem there. Even though I enjoyed them, they were a little bit light-hearted, yes, but it is the Industrial Revolution in London. Why is everything so colorful? Why isn't it washed out gray and so on? And if we're on the topic of writing bad dual protagonists, we have this video here. And the dislike ratio is peak, but wait, I could have prepared this one a little bit earlier. So Yasuke and Naoe are sparring with each other, and then we have this.
I'm pretty tough, huh?
Yeah.
I am.
Oh, the tension.
Oh, they're pretty close, Kinu. Jealous?
What is this? What is happening here?
No, please, don't kiss her.
What?
Also, they were so close to each other, and in the next shot, they're far apart again without moving, by the way. So whoever did this cutscene, whoever greenlit this cutscene, also, this is not a good pause screen. Ow, everything hurts. Yeah, whoever did this is
You
terrible.
weren't-
What? No. Never. And I know I could never steal you away from Kinu.
Yeah, this is a real
Say that
cutscene
again, and we'll have to
in
do it
the
for
game.
real.
But yeah, please don't do dual protagonists, Ubisoft. No, learn to write a single character, and then after 3 games you can try to do a dual character setup again, but not right now. Please don't. Then we have this article by Automaton, written by Amber Wee. Square Enix major shareholder drops 100-page presentation criticizing how the company is managed, rallies other shareholders. Well, at first I was really excited for this one, but the issue here is the major one of the major shareholders, with owning 14.36% stake, is 3D Investment Partners, an infamously aggressive Singapore-based activist investment fund. So this is something that I still have to look into it, but this is the part that scares me a little bit. But the things here are, well, they're correct. Because there is a lot of mismanagement right now with the leadership of Square Enix. The stock price dropped from 60 euros to about 16 or 17 euros just a couple of months ago. And it's not looking good. I mean, I used the opportunity and bought a lot of Square Enix stock because right now they're at 16 euros and 55 cents. So I hope they're going to go up again, which they should do, because otherwise it's not looking good for Square. And the money they take in from Final Fantasy XIV, because that's, oh, well, it's also not looking good for that one, but they take this money and put it into other failing projects. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. I'm going to read a little bit more into the 3D investment partners with the Singapore-based activist investment fund. And if it's something good, I'm going to make another video about this one in the future. So the main topic for today, I'm sorry, this was a little bit longer than I expected. We have this article by IGN written by Rebecca Valentine. Tomb Raider will be at the Game Awards this week. Which Tomb Raider? Who knows? And this is good. This is good. I haven't read this article. I just prepared some other stuff before. Tomb Raider will be at the Game Awards this week. Which Tomb Raider, you ask? The game or the show? We don't know, maybe both. Oh, I thought this is going to be... Is it the good Tomb Raider or the bad Tomb Raider? Because, well, it still stands, because the game Tomb Raider, at least the first one, that one I played from the reboots, that was a good game. I really liked that one, despite the gruesome deaths of Lara. But I enjoyed that one. I don't remember that much anymore, but I went out of it with a rather good feeling. And the show, don't come at me with the show. I've prepared some things for you. This comes from tweets both by the Game Awards creator Jeff Keighley and the official Tomb Raider account. As Keighley puts it, as just revealed in the Game Awards Vote in Fortnite map portal, tune in Thursday night for a look at the future of one of gaming's most iconic franchises, Tomb Raider. This is one you won't want to miss. So what could be shown? There are a few possibilities. The first and most likely is that we're about to see Tomb Raider game that... the Tomb Raider game that's been in development at Crystal Dynamics for several years now. First announced in 2022, we have yet to actually see this game in action, though we did get a look at the Lara Croft redesign last year, and it was terrible. But we're going to talk about that one in a moment. One could forgive Crystal Dynamics for being so quiet the last 3 years, though, as the studio has been through it. Shortly before the announcement, Embracer Group purchased the studio and the franchise from Square Enix. And there we are again, because Square had to sell the IP because they did not make enough money, as they again mismanaged quite a lot. Then it sold both of the Middle-earth enterprises in 2024. Amazon is still publishing Tomb Raider, but Amazon has had its own issues with the struggles of its New World MMO, its Lord of the Rings MMO, and mass layoffs. And yeah, I'm just so happy that the Lord of the Rings MMO is not going to be a real thing anymore, especially because it's Amazon and we know what they did to Rings of Power. Amazon said over a year ago that the game would reveal was not too far away. I don't know why my why my brain just fried there, leading one to wonder what exactly was meant by that. Meanwhile, Crystal Dynamics has undergone 3 waves of layoffs this year, including 30 individuals last month, an unknown number of workers in August, following the cancellation of Perfect Dark by Xbox. Oh yeah, with that one I'm also really happy that they did that one, because it looked terrible. And 17 people earlier in the year, and as well as 10 others back in 2023. Despite me saying that I don't want people to get fired because it uproots not only their families with their financial situation and so on, but it's also a net worse, a net negative for everyone around them because they probably need welfare or something like that. They don't put money back into health insurance or in other social things that they're paying. They don't contribute their money with, well, purchasing goods, purchasing food, and so on. So, yeah, I hope those people got new jobs, but knowing some of them, I hope they never get to work in the gaming industry ever again because they try to push an agenda. That's the game side of things. On the TV side, we know there's a live-action Tomb Raider series in the works at Amazon in partnership with Story Kitchen, oh no, starring Game of Thrones Sophie Turner as Lara Croft. Oh no. The show will, per Story Kitchen, reinvent the franchise on a massive scale, so it's going to be crap. And will interconnect live-action television series and video games into a unified storytelling universe. Again, I don't like multimedia storytelling. Just keep the story in one medium. I say this again and again with Halo, because there are so many books evolving the story. Stuff that happens in the books is not mentioned in the games. And to be honest, how many of the gamers, how much do they read the books? There are channels like Hidden Xperia who take the books apart for the people who don't read them because there are just too many, we don't have enough time, and there are other books out there that are, well, better. And yeah, we have the same thing with Warhammer. This is something that I also always criticize with Games Workshop. We have Titus's story in Space Marine 1 and 2. Now we have it in Secret Level. We have it in a Warhammer community article, in 2 Warhammer community articles. And then we're going to have something else probably, and then Space Marine 3. There is just so much to keep track of. It's terrible. Don't do this. This is a terrible idea. Keep this story either in the games or in a series. Separate those storylines. Don't do this. It's terrible. But yeah, but again, it's been in the works for a while with no updates. We first heard of its development in January of 2023, and it was officially confirmed later that year. There were reports in April of this year that the TV show was dead. Oh, hopefully so. In part due to Tuna's busy acting schedule. Tuna? Isn't her name Turner? Yeah, that's a typo. Doesn't matter. Busy acting schedule, and in part due to Jennifer Salke, who greenlit the show at Amazon, being booted from her job. Nice. There were also allegations that a script hadn't been provided yet. Oh, damn. But then in September, Amazon reconfirmed the Tomb Raider series was happening. God damn it, don't put me into this emotional roller coaster. And would start shooting in 2026, with Turner still to star. That's a lot going on. With all that background, it seems most likely we're going to see the game, as the series hasn't begun shooting yet. However, it's possible we're due for a look at Turner as Lara Croft. I mean, maybe she does a good job. I'm up for it. I'm cautiously optimistic because I really like the Tomb Raider franchise. Given the vagueness of Keely and Crystal's tweets, why not both? In the meantime, at least we have the anime, I guess. We didn't much care for the first season. Oh, that's good. That makes you better. So, this is the redesign of Lara in Netflix's Tomb Raider Lara Croft. It is so bad. I tried to watch it. I really tried, and I couldn't. It is just so incredibly stupid. It is so... The story is bad. It is not well written. I would also say it is terrible. The writing is on a scale that my nephew, who's in his teens, would write a better story than this. Because you know why he wants a fun story. Then we have this one here. Netflix's Tomb Raider addresses the franchise's biggest problem and improves the story. Yes, of course. As you can see, this is an article by CBR. I have no idea who this page belongs to. Written by Rinaldo Matadin. I think that's how you pronounce it. And as you can see, this was last year. Okay, we have... we have this part here. Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft showcases the franchise's problem. Netflix's Lara Croft has a white plunderer vibe. Are you serious? This is the same BS that we had with Splinter Cell. And of course it was another Netflix adaptation. Oh boy, the Warner Brothers things are going to be lit on Netflix, I do tell you. Just wait for Mortal Kombat to be PG-13 and not doing anything, and to have the god Raiden not only probably being played by Hassan, is also going to be trans, and I don't know. There's so much things that are wrong with that one. But yeah. In Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, the titular heroine, voiced by Hayley Atwell, does make similar errors. On a trip to Peru in the first episode, she tries to find a relic. This turns out to be one of 4 stones that can reshape the world, akin to the Marvel Cinematic Universe's Infinity Stones. Lara fights people there, only to realize too late she's being duped. A more villainous character named Charles is after the stones too. Sadly, some natives are killed. Yes. Later, as Lara trots across the globe from China to Mongolia and other parts of the East, more natives are killed. So this is your problem here. There is one very harrowing mission in Iran, for example, where Charles mind controls citizens on the train, admitting he doesn't care if they die, because he's a villain. He's a bad person. Once he gets the stones, he can stop the corrupt group known as the Light, punishing humanity for its sins and rebuild. However, the optics aren't good. Yeah, I wonder who's not looking good right now. And sorry, I skipped something here. One of the biggest concerns of many treasure hunting movies is the validation of white saviors and settler colonialism. There it is again, colonialism. Do you remember when they tried to say that Stardew Valley is a bad game because it promotes colonialism? Farming games are colonialism? Do you remember that? If not, I'm happy for you. Because even with my messed up short-term memory right now, I remember this because it was so shocking to me. Movies such as Indiana Jones, The Goonies, and Nicolas Cage's National Treasure have majorly been about white people finding treasure. Because it was primarily white people finding treasure back then. What do you mean? Saving the world and being lauded for it. The Tomb Raider video game series and the affiliated movies have also suffered similar criticism. No, they did not. Back then, they were amazing. What do you think? Why is Indiana Jones so beloved? Well, at least the first 3 movies. Why are they so good? Why are they amazing? And why do they have such a huge fan base around them, which was shattered with 4 and 5? And yeah, it's also funny that the mummy is not here, by the way. But yeah, they focused on a white woman, Lara Croft, looting and plundering indigenous artifacts. Yeah, that's the gist of it. It's worth remembering she wasn't a hero at first. She was very much a wealthy Englishwoman going after relics that belonged to indigenous people on native grounds that wanted to remain at rest. Because that's how it works. Right, that's how it works, you stupid dimwit. As a British person, Lara wasn't necessarily portrayed as being respectful to history, and the Tomb Raider franchise itself didn't acknowledge the damaging nature of European colonialism. There it is again. Thus, it sometimes felt insensitive to see a self-aggrandizing Lara. Thankfully, to Netflix's Lara Croft series actually acknowledges this in its storyline. And it is so stupid. It is incredibly stupid. I want to use other words, but then I get restricted again. And then we have this here. Lara Croft's diverse cast of characters are staple to her growth. You mean all the mentors she had back in the day are not enough? But no, it wasn't apparently. Netflix's Lara Croft soon understands selflessness. I have no words for this. This is just total and utter BS. And I'm so sad right now that our community is not big enough, so please do all the YouTube things, because I cannot use the words I want to, because again I get restricted and no one sees this video, like the video yesterday, even though I didn't say anything. A big part of what helps Lara in Season 1 of Tomb Raider, The Legend of Lara Croft, is the theme of community. Also again a typo here. She has a black handler, Zip, who calls her out when needed. She also has a Maori friend, Jonah, who assists on the missions to find the stones. This cast enhances the diverse representation of the series by improving what the previous incarnations lacked. The latter properties felt more token than anything. This feels more like token, by the way, but in this case, the characters of color worked with Lara's father and helped her become a swashbuckling woman. This is so stupid. This is so backwards thinking, by the way. Also, they, again, this is not always her design in the series, by the way. It is very inconsistent how she looks in the series. Sometimes she looks more masculine, sometimes she looks like this. And they really said that a big chest for her would not fit the theme of tomb raiding, of which she does not do basically any tomb raiding anymore, even though it is the whole name of the thing. Because she has to squeeze through tight gaps. You know, the video game loading screen, the one where you go through these tight gaps and through, yeah, the hidden loading screens. But then she has this chunky dude with her. I wonder who has more problems squeezing through tight spots. Yeah, let that sink in. They don't even know how to argue a point. They don't know how to do a good story anymore. And, oh god, oh wait, I didn't read that one. It's roughly the concept of family that Fast and Furious movies touch on. Family. In this franchise, Lara absorbs more of the culture on her journey by spending time with locals, and later on partakes in Jonah's traditions and heritage at his wedding. I mean, for a friend, I get this one. Oh, what happened there? I get this one. It's your friend's wedding. I would do the same. But this is again just more virtue signaling. Lara holds herself accountable in a way that shows growth. Do you remember when Tomb Raider was just about fun, exploration, and beating bad guys? It was just that. And sometimes you had monsters in caves. You had a freaking T-Rex in a cave. For whatever reason, there were dinosaurs, there were wolves and everything. And how did we fall as a society with story writing? How did we fall with virtue signaling and everything? How do we get a season 2 for this crappy show? How? Again, as someone who loves stories, who loves narratives, for someone where narrative is a... Oh my god. This just makes me so sad again. I hope you can see the problem that is here. It's not only her design, but also we can talk about this one really quick. I'm going to leave that one for you. Western versus Eastern gaming designs. Is that it? Okay, here it is. I found it on X Twitter by Pirate Nation. Is Lara here? No, she's not. But yeah, I'm going to leave this one with you because this one broke the activist's brain again. I wonder why. But this is something that we can talk about on another date because I just can't anymore. And also, Ashley is also here. It's a good thing we're playing Resident Evil later today. But yeah, this has been a long video. I'm really sorry about that one. Please leave your thoughts and questions in the comment section down below. I'm keen to know what you have to say. And while you're here, please remember to do all the things that make the dings. Why? Because that way we can build a bigger community and talk more video game news every day. And by that I of course mean like and subscribe, and if you want you can share this video with your friends, and please turn off YouTube's restricted mode. Otherwise, have a great day my friend, stay fantastic, stay hydrated, and I will see you either later with Resident Evil Chapter 3 and 4, we're going to play a little bit more today, or tomorrow with the next video. Bye, bye, bye.